If you're a free speech advocate, if she committed a crime, of course, you want justice for that,
While they defend their content as free speech, it seems they've forgotten that free speech actually has some consequences. I'll go over the relevant points where the First Amendment, as ruled by the Supreme Court, actually doesn't apply. True threats and intimidation, incitement, harassment, unlawful conduct, and defamation. Where this is important in the context of this YouTube content, a non-public figure need only prove that the speaker was negligent in making the false statement.
I want to err on the side of free speech, and in particularly, in crime, in a high-profile case. I think even if he deems it that she's crossed a line somewhere and that she can't text, email, call them, go to their house, those kinds of things, that can be reasonable as a protective order. I think what would be unreasonable is that her as a reporter not being able to speak on the crime at all. And
the parents have been cooperative throughout at the beginning of the investigation. They have pretty much done whatever law enforcement has asked of them. At this point, we don't have any evidence. There is not any kind of an indication that there is a criminal element involved. But we are keeping options open. We don't know what has happened. We don't know where Sebastian is right now, so we are pursuing any and all avenues. We do want to caution there are some social media elements out there who purport to have information that is direct from the investigation. I just want to reiterate that is not the case. Some of the information that is being provided on some of the social media channels is inaccurate, incomplete. We don't want this to damage the investigation, so we would just caution anyone who is following the case to just use some caution as to what you see and what you believe. It's caused a bit of a distraction because a lot of what has been out there in some of the social media channels has been rumors and speculations and theories, and some of that has been advanced and people have caught a hold of it as if it's what's really happening. That has resulted in us getting information that is either, like I said, distracting. It's taking away time and effort from what the agencies need to be doing as far as looking for Sebastian.
But if it's just a matter of free speech and not being able to voice an opinion, that's different. So if you can't go out there and voice your theories and opinions and do journalism, because citizen journalism are the heart of free speech. It's not really meant to protect the mega corporations. It's meant to protect the individual, the citizen journalist. Really, that was the idea. So,
if Katie did this, how would she do this? We know how Chris would do it, right? He either broke into the house or he was already there and Katie's lying. Obviously, there was a scent that went over to that new community. It stopped right there. Sounds like.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm not quite sure what yet, but I have a funny feeling when I get into town and I can't find that boy and that boy isn't found, I have a funny feeling you're going to hear from me. You're going to hear from me. So I would suggest, this is what I would suggest you do. I would suggest you pick up the phone, call law enforcement, and tell them the truth. Tell them what happened. Katie, you need to get the hell away from that man. You need to fight for your son and cut the shit. Nobody believes any of it.
My license plate.
Why are you filming me?
Because you came by me, Mr. Bowerstocks.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm in a public place.
Yes.
Why are you harassing me and following me? Why are you harassing me and following me when I'm conducting business?
How can I be following you? When
You just were in the plaza. You've been following me, sir. You guys have been harassing me and threatening me for 2 days.
Prove it.
I am, right here, sir.
An act to amend Tennessee Code. Annotated Title 39, Chapter 13, and Title 55, Chapter 10, Part 2, relative to reckless endangerment. Tennessee Code. Annotated Section 39.13103 is amended by adding the following language as a new subsection, C. C. For purposes of this section, road rage incident means aggressive behavior of a driver toward another driver or drivers on a public road, which may include menacing gestures, yelling, honking excessively, or throwing objects. Section 3. This act shall take effect on July 1, 2019, the public welfare requiring it, and shall apply to violations occurring on or after that date. Tennessee law defines road rage as any aggressive behavior of one driver towards another.
Hot-mouth people. If I see them out there in the woods doing the right thing, I'll bite the shit out of my tongue. But I tell you what, let me see them in the frickin' store shopping. Let me see them at a frickin' grocery store shopping. They will be removing me from that store because I will use this voice right here that God gave me and tell them exactly what I think about themselves. I tell you what, I'm sorry, but condemnation in this point, their child is missing and they're shopping for motorcycles. I'm done playing these games. Like, seriously done. All I know is Chris and Katie just better not even come near me. That's all I know. Unless they want to help. If they want to help and they want to get out there and search, I'll accept them in. But anything short of that, I don't want a freaking interview. I don't want an explanation. I don't want jack crap from any of them. You know what I want from them? I want them to get off their ass. They're sorry, lazy, good for nothing butts, and get out there in the woods and search for their damn son. I want to see them putting a sign up. I don't want an interview from them. I don't want an explanation. I just want them to do better. That's all I want. But you know what? I know that day will never come. You want to know why? Because I absolutely 100% believe that both of those parents are responsible for the disappearance and death of their child. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. But damn it, I'm going to have it, and that's what I believe.